Every story appears ordinary till you see the core side of it.
And what you're looking for is the story behind the news.
We bring it to you from Lagos, the commercial capital of Nigeria.
Giving you all sides and political stories round the clock.
Every detail from the start line to the final whistle.
CoreTV News, expanding your view.
Hello there, thank you for joining us on CoreTV Primetime News. I am Nifemi Oguntoye in our major story. Meeting between President Muhammadu Buhari and the All Progressives Congress ends without resolution of the National Assembly crisis. Edo State Governor Adams Oshiomhole says American officials confirms $66 billion stolen during the Jonathan administration. Unionist and activists from all across Africa come together for a meeting on regional security in Abuja. Outside Nigeria, suspected Taliban gunmen attack wedding party in Afghanistan, killing 20 people. We'll begin tonight in Abuja, where the meeting between President Muhammadu Buhari and the All Progressives Congress lawmakers in the House of Representatives has ended without resolving the lingering leadership crisis. The federal lawmakers and party leaders emerged from the closed-door meeting 20 minutes after it began, with different interpretations of the president's position. They, however, agree that more clarification will come in due course. And ahead of Tuesday's resumption of National Assembly plenary, Edo State Governor Adams Oshiomhole says the leadership crisis currently rocking the federal legislature, especially the Senate, will soon be a thing of the past. The governor, who along his Kebbi State counterpart Atiku Bagudu, who were charged with the duty of resolving the intra-party rift in the Senate, said this at the presidential villa in Abuja. He disclosed to State House correspondents that he was at the villa to brief President Muhammadu Buhari on the outcome of his committee's meeting with the warring factions on Sunday evening.
The Progressive Governors Forum asks both of us to try and engage the APC caucus in the Senate, on behalf of the Progressive Governors Forum. And the whole idea is that, having had some challenges in the House, and these are nothing new to you, you are familiar with the situation that has produced a Senate President of APC and a Deputy Senate President from PDP. And of course, the fact that many APC senators were not present when the elections were held, and that they now have what they call quota, a technical issue about whether they form a quorum or not. But whatever position you take, the truth of the matter is, majority of APC senators were in a location at the invitation of the party, waiting for party briefing when elections were held in the Senate, and that has produced an upset. Now, the current effort is to try to see how you have an all-inclusive leadership in the Senate.
The invitation of Toyin Saraki, wife of Senate President, by the EFCC is continuing to add more twists. The newest is the denial of the Kwara State PDP, which had earlier in some reports said the invitation of Saraki's wife was a result of the petition it sent to the anti-graft agency. Rashid has more in this report.
Since the invitation of Toyin Saraki, wife of former governor and now Senate President Bukola Saraki, Allegations have been flying back and forth. The report credited to the Kwara chapter of the PDP claiming responsibility of the former First Lady's ordeal seemed to make the matter a settled one. But in a 360-degree twist, Kwara PDP denied ever writing such petition or knowing anything about the petition, saying it's another diversionary ploy by the APC.
We as a party, the news was a shock to the party in Kwara State that after 5 years of our governor, that is Senate President, after 5 years has left the governance of Kwara State, now it is now the EFCC thought it wise to invite his wife for questioning. We on our part, we thought this is politically motivated. One, and everybody is alive to what is happening at the Senate, that the husband emerged as the Senate President. Some people are not happy with his emergence. And also, it's a political way of discrediting the person of Mrs. Saraki and her husband. And we, as a party in Kwara State, we like to call the EFCC to realize that why is it this time around that all this thing is happening now. They woke up now to think that this is the right time to invite his wife in order to smear him.
But to the APC in Kwara State, where the petition emanated from, is not of concern. But the motive behind such petition, which is surfacing 4 years after the tenure of the Sarakis as governor, the Senate presidency tussle cannot be wished away as a reason.
As far as we are concerned in PDP, we know nothing about the publication that now the talk of the town, and I in particular have built a kind of reputation and integrity for myself as far as publicity is concerned in Kwara State, and I'm not ready in any form to deform that image that people have carved out for me. I will not go to air or write in any paper if I don't have my substance and I don't have my witnesses. Therefore, what they have written is an imagination of a desperate group of people, faceless and spineless, who feel that they can settle their scores with the Senate President.
As Nigerians debate the invitation, some question the motive, while others eagerly wait to see how the drama plays out. Rashid, CoreTV News, Ilorin.
While as the National Assembly crisis deepens, an APC lawmaker who was in the 7th Assembly has urged the leadership to respect party supremacy and resolve the lingering crisis once and for all. Bamdeli Fakwarusi says members got to the House on the platform of parties and must respect the party in order to allow peace to return to the National Assembly.
The crisis of leadership rocking the National Assembly has no doubt been a cog in the wheel of progress for Nigeria. As Nigerians look up to the elected members of the National Assembly to settle their rift, Bamidele Fakwarusi, a member of the 7th Assembly, has urged the leadership to embrace the spirit of give and take and respect the view and opinion of the All Progressives Congress on other positions currently causing ripples.
APC, as a party, as a ruling party, has a responsibility to guide its members in the House of Representatives. We are playing party politics, and there's no independent candidature. The party we cannot see the party here by telling its members the direction they should go. Party always look at broader picture, while members will look at narrow interest as an individual. An individual will always look at narrow interest and immediate gain, while political party will look at broader picture and the long benefit for the country.
A bit closer home, Fakwarusi says the state of his party in Ekiti State is a cause for concern with local government elections on the horizon.
Our party is not in good state now, so all hands must be on deck, including the leadership of the party, some of us who have represented the party in the National Assembly, and the former governors and the party executives. We need to meet, to continue to meet, to foster unity within the party.
While the APC both at the national and state levels continue to grapple with the fallout of the election of leaders of the National Assembly, it is indeed cruising time for the Ayodele Fayose-led government in Ekiti with the APC, not a united house. Rashid, CoreTV News, Ode Ekiti.
The police have now denied media reports that they confirmed that the Senate rule had been forged. They also dismissed claims that the outcome of the investigation has been submitted to President Muhammadu Buhari. Police spokesman Emmanuel Ojukwu told CoreTV News in a telephone interview that detectives have not concluded their investigation on the matter. He maintained that the police would not hesitate to make the outcome of the investigation public. Edo State Governor Adams Oshomola says senior American officials have confirmed that some ministers in the Jonathan administration stole up to $6 billion of public fund. Oshomola was speaking to State House correspondents after a closed-door meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari at the presidential villa in Abuja.
PDP destroyed the country. I mean, from the lips of American officials, senior officials of the State Department, they said one minister ordered PDP cornered as much as $6 billion. And they must say, even by Washington standard, that is head quaking. So a party that presided over the liquidation of our nation, destroyed all our institutions, convert the armed forces commanders to use them as if they were political thugs, convert NTA to a party megaphone, destroy the state security services, go after opposition as if we were rabbits to be pursued to our holes, and compromise even student unions, destroy everything that you can think of, elevate religion to a state affair. Israel become a place you visit every week. Play pastors against malams. Play north against south, east against west, just to retain power. Elevate obas and obis with dollars, and you guys were reporting dollars that were changing hands. NPC is spending much more money than is available to the Federation account. We are a very patient people. If we were not a patient people, anybody wearing the tag of PDP ought to feel very unsafe.
The Rivers State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal sitting in Abuja has dismissed Governor Nyesom Wike's application challenging the jurisdiction of the tribunal to hear the petition in Abuja. In a short ruling on Monday, the three-man panel led by Justice Moazu Pindiga dismissed the application on the grounds that the tribunal has power to sit. Justice Pindiga upheld the motion that security challenges in Rivers State will not allow justice to take its course in the matter. The panel also insisted that the President of the Court of Appeal has powers to fix venue for the tribunal. Wike had earlier approached the court to order the relocation of the tribunal back to Rivers State, relying on Section 285, subsection 2 of the 1999 Constitution. A new acting Director General and Chief Executive Officer has assumed office at the Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency barely a week after the former DG Zakaria Pobolekeme was relieved of his appointment. In a master statement revealed that Haruna Jauro on Monday formally took over from Kalista Zobi, whom Apokolekeme handed over to before bowing out of office. Obi, who was returning to his job as Executive Director, Maritime Labour and Sabotage Services in the agency, pledged his loyalty to the acting DG and enjoined staff to support him. We'll take a break now and we'll be back with more stories. Don't go away.
Is it what crazy or autocracy? Or what type of crazy is that? Except crazy.
News making the headlines.
Black Maria is to carry criminals, trading looters that are in government today.
Sometimes it gets confrontational.
Slap you in the face. Excuse me, don't put words into my mouth. Whatever it is that will bring our military to the secret. I said to hell.
On Core Digest.
I want to know why I should be believing them.
Every weekday.
will bring all of these together and take them to the court of public opinion.
Everybody has a right in Nigeria.
Where you are the judge.
Some pundits believe that as long as the political system is driven by selected few, corruption may be difficult to fight.
Be careful about what you say.
I am not the only politician. Even if I've wronged anyone, it is time to forgive me.
Please for Arena every Sunday at 9:15 p.m. and a repeat broadcast every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m.
Welcome back. If you just joined us, it's CoreTV Primetime News, a recap of our top story. The meeting between President Muhammadu Buhari and the All Progressives Congress members ended without a resolution of issues behind the crisis rocking the National Assembly. Edo State Governor Adams Oshiomhole says American officials have confirmed that $6 billion was stolen during the Jonathan administration. And activists from all across Africa gather for a meeting on regional security in Abuja. You can get all of our stories on any of our social media platforms. On Facebook, it's facebook.com/CoreTV News. Our Twitter handle is at CoreTV News NG. You can reach us via YouTube, it's youtube.com/CoreTV News Space and News. 10-year-old female suicide bomber has killed 19 persons in the market in Damaturu, the Yobe State capital, that happened on Sunday. The state governor, Ibrahim Gaidam, decried the attack in a statement on Sunday. A statement by the Yobe State Director of Press, Abdullahi Bego, quoted the governor as condemning the attack. The statement says the governor has been briefed about the horrific bomb attack in the market in Damaturu, in which 19 people were killed and many others injured. Governor Gaidam's thoughts and prayers are with the families of the victims and those who sustained injuries. The governor has also condemned the attack as callous, barbaric, and unjustifiable. And following a chlorine cylinder explosion at the Plateau State Lamingo Water Board Treatment Plant on Saturday morning, which caused the death of 8 persons and injured 112, President Muhammadu Buhari on Sunday in Abuja directed a thorough investigation into the explosion in Jos. In a message of commiseration to the families of the victims, government and the people of the state, the president said an investigation into the incident was necessary to avoid recurrence. According to the president, the investigation should unravel the fact as to whether this was just an accident. Buhari prayed that God would grant the souls of those who lost the family members in the explosion peaceful repose and fortitude to bear the loss. The new Commandant General of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, Abdullahi Mohammed, has been decorated with a new rank. He was decorated by the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Interior, Magaji Abubakar, who taxed him on the need to build on the successes of his predecessor. Abubakar also urged the NSCDC Commandant General to reposition the Corps for better service.
While acknowledging the pivotal role of the military, the police and other agencies in the provision of security to the country, it has become necessary for the Ministry of Interior, along with its agencies, to reposition ourselves so that collectively we can effectively discharge our core duty and providing complementary internal security services.
So please, come on board, let's work together to move the go forward. I understand quite okay that some people are saying that the shoes of Dr. Adeboloni is too large for us. Yes, it's true. But I'm assuring you that from the day he left, we'll patch those shoes. It has fitted us. And we're moving the go forward.
Labour activists from across Africa and in Abuja for a 2-day annual Human and Trade Union Network meeting on structural transformation. Correspondent Basiayi reports that the issue of insecurity and insurgency took center stage at the opening.
Stakeholders at the roundtable agree that insecurity remains a common challenge with diverse consequences on socio-economic development of the continent. To this end, they agree on the need for a united front in tackling the common challenge.
The trade union movement has one key value, I may say principle, which is solidarity. We need to build this solidarity. We need to develop it. We need to strengthen it, mainly in this stage where Africa is confronted with so many challenges, be they political, social, or economical.
This meeting will be of immense significance to us, as some of the solutions to be preferred might support the ongoing effort of governments in addressing insecurity and threat to peace, as well as migration challenges arising from it.
One of the resource persons, Chom Bangu, is of the view that non-state actors, labor unions and civil society groups should become more involved in restructuring security for better results. He explains that security challenges could be successfully tackled by adopting a new approach that involves community and grassroots security system.
The voice of civil society is still faint, and we need to strengthen it. Civil society needs to begin to identify possible ways where we can have an alternative to the present global security architecture, where we can have people's security, not state security, and where we can democratize security provision.
His position is supported by NLC presidents who acknowledges that armed conflict has taken on a new and more dangerous dimension.
Comrades, the whole of the sum totality of the challenge in Africa has to do with socio-economic issues. Issues of corruption, which have reduced resources that are available for development to create job opportunities for our people, is at the heart of those challenges. Where you have graduates in large number that are not engaged, and these are people with the requisite knowledge and expertise to do a lot of things, and they are not engaged. This is part of the problem. And across Africa, you find this army of unemployed youth in large number. And therefore, it can be said that we are actually sitting on time bomb.
There is a general consensus that a paradigm shift is necessary to lift Africa from the throes of insecurity once and for all. The meeting is one that will principally afford trade union leaders in Africa a platform to set a continental agenda ahead of its international congress later in the year. Basiayi, CoreTV News, Abuja.
Respite might have come the way of Ekiti residents as the combined team of the State Police Command and the Department of State Service paraded 13 kidnapping suspects in the rare parade at the headquarters of the DSS in Ado-Ekiti. The operation, which led to the arrest of the suspects, was said to cut across 3 states, as the security agencies are set to declare others on the run wanted. Rashid has details of the report.
The issue of kidnapping a parade of suspects has been at the beehive of the State Police Command. But owing to the importance and high wired level of the case, 13 kidnapped suspects were paraded at the headquarters of the DSS at the presence of the State Governor. Duke Fubara, Director of the State Command, says the success of the operation is due to the collaborative efforts of security agencies.
My presence with the CP here today is a testimony to the synergy and the brotherly affinity that we have been working together to address the security challenges that have confronted the state.
The Ekiti State Police Chief, Etop John James, says kidnappers are now technologically inclined, but Ekiti citizens can now heave a sigh of relief as those at large will be declared wanted.
All of them, they know each other. If they don't directly, their operations link them, because now they have learned how to operate in such a way that sometimes they use signals. And these people that we are going to declare wanted, they all, like the Austin, We already got, at the August, we had the wife, and that's one from the Surrey operation. That one is in prison now, and it's through her. And some of the information we get from this, that we know their links in the Delta.
The state governor thanked the security agencies for a job well done and charged them not to rest on their oars. Among the 13 suspects was a pastor, herbalist, and 2 women caught alongside charms and ammunition. Rashid, CoreTV News, Ado-Ekiti.
We're actually working in collaboration.
Another ritualist den has been discovered at the village in the outskirts of Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. The discovery was made on Saturday when the 2-year-old boy went missing during a social gathering held close to Mile 2 roundabout, also called Rounder, at Concord area of the state. The search party saw human parts within the premises of a house which has been a hideout for criminal activities and immediately alerted security operatives. Confirming the incident to CoreTV News, the Ogun State Police Public Relations Officer, Muyiwa Adejobi, said 2 suspects have so far been arrested. According to him, the main suspect, who is an herbalist named Fireme, is still at large. Adejobi further disclosed that the Commissioner of Police, Abdul Majid Ali, has directed the Department of Criminal Investigation and Intelligence to take over the investigation. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has arraigned 6 persons before a Lagos High Court in Ikeja on a 17-count charge bordering on conspiracy, stealing, and forgery. The 6 accused persons, Festus Onile, Olawale Garba, Abiodun Afinaya, Jayola Folabi David, Yewande Adeyemi, and Adetun Kamal, were arrested by EFCC operatives based on the petition from a New Generation Bank on alleged fraudulent transfers and withdrawals of 31 million naira through ATM and point of sale. The trial judge, Justice Oluwatoye Paye, had ordered the accused to be remanded in Kirikiri prison pending the determination of their bail applications and adjourned the case to October 9, 20, and 21 for trial. Results of candidates in 19 states who sat for the May-June 2015 West African Examination Council WAEC in Nigeria may not be released until the states pay debt owing the examination body. The head of National Office WAEC, Charles Egueredo, who handed down the warning at a media briefing in Lagos, says the over 4 billion naira owed the examination umpire is hindering its performance. Abeloluwale has more in this report.
We invite you again.
The media briefing, according to the national head of WAEC, Charles Egueredo, is to intimate Nigerians on the financial status of the body due to the inability of some states in the federation to pay debt owed the organization. Egueredo says the failure of 19 states to fulfill their financial obligations to WAEC is crippling activities of the organization.
As I speak to you now, we are cash-strapped as a result of the delay in offsetting the registration fees owed the council by some states. As a result, we are finding it difficult in meeting our financial obligations, particularly to our supervisors, examiners, and service providers.
He threatened the results of candidates from affected states for 2015 May-June examinations will be withheld.
We therefore want to publicly plead with the affected states to offset the registration fees of their candidates as soon as possible, but not later than the next 2 weeks, as we cannot guarantee that the results of their candidates for the May-June 2015 WASC will be released along with others.
The payment of WAEC examination fees by states in Nigeria has become a norm as a way of assisting indigent students. But the inability of some states to pay the examination body for services rendered may have adverse effects on its performance. Abiola Oluwole, CoreTV News, Lagos.
Okay, thank you.
You're watching CoreTV Primetime News. We'll take a break now and we'll be back with business, sports, and stories outside Nigeria. Don't go away.
This is what the people are saying.
You don't run a big economy with generator. They need to do more in terms of energy and power.
many things to do for this Nigeria about lights, water, and new TT.
For Nigerians that are not gullible, we know that good laws have done nothing good for this country.
Buhari won the election convincingly.
Talk to your husband that you should keep promise about what you said, and because people are watching you, you know, another election is coming.
Also, some people will strong for Yoruba land, will be strong man, you don't die.
This nation is moving forward. The best is going to take place.
The people giving voice to the voiceless.
You can now watch CoreTV News live from anywhere in the world on our website www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to CoreTV Primetime News.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. And Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click CoreTV, leave a space, then news. CoreTV News, a 24-hour news station.
Outside Nigeria, at least 20 people have been killed by gunmen who opened fire at a wedding in Afghanistan's north. The attack, apparently linked to a feud between two families, happened in the Andarab district of Baghlan province on Sunday night. One family was hosting a wedding as members of a rival family arrived and started shooting at male guests. The bride and groom survived the attack. Most of the dead were wedding guests aged between 14 and 60 years. Jawed Basharat, the governor of Baghlan province, says 10 people were also injured in the remote district. U.S. President Barack Obama has begun talks with Ethiopia's Prime Minister Haile Desalegn on the second leg of his African tour. They're expected to center on human rights and regional security issues, as well as the civil war in South Sudan. Obama is the first serving U.S. leader to visit Ethiopia and will be the first to address the 54-member African Union in Addis Ababa. He flew to Ethiopia after a two-day visit to Kenya, where he had discussed trade and security and also called for greater human rights and warned of the dangers of corruption. Compared to the Kenya leg of his tour, President Obama's arrival in Ethiopia signals a more somber mood, as Ethiopia being a close ally to the U.S. in fighting militant Islamists. And now to business. Nigeria may have lost about 304 billion naira to divestment by foreign investors. The figure, which represents over 50% of capital outflow from the capital market, covers the first half of the year. A report on foreign portfolio investment for the first half, obtained at the weekend, indicated that about 52% of the total foreign transaction value during the 6 months were divestments, underlying the sell pressure being experienced at the stock market. Total foreign portfolio investment outflow during the period stood at 303.59 billion naira, as against inflow of 285.4 billion naira, representing a deficit of 18.2 billion naira. The half-year deficit represents a relatively larger value, given the significant undervaluation of the Nigerian equities and the extended deficit Nigeria had suffered since 2013. The Petroleum Station Workers branch of the Nigerian Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers has given the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation and other major stakeholders in the downstream sector of the oil industry a 21-day ultimatum to address all issues on the unionization of its members or face industrial action. This was contained in a communique issued at the end of the Executive Committee meeting of its Benin branch, signed by its chairman and secretary Roland Abu and Abbas Adegoke. The branch called on Petroleum Dealers Association of Nigeria, Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Major Oil Marketers Association of Nigeria, as well as the NNPC Retail Outlet Limited to negotiate a collective bargaining agreement with the union for petrol station workers in their employment. Nigerians living in foreign countries have promised to collaborate with the federal government to help enforce all existing local content legislations. They have resolved now to use their organization to act as platform for Nigerian professionals in the diaspora to provide the necessary manpower and resources for national development. The Nigerians in Diaspora organization said at the briefing at the end of its 2015 Diaspora Day in Abuja that it's already in the process of signing a memorandum of understanding with the Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission and IPC.
Look to their diaspora for support and assistance before considering other foreign nationals. The reason is simple. Foreign nationals cannot commit to our country's development as much as we have been and will continue to be in the future. In the delivery of effective development initiatives and in the sacrifices required to make our nation a leader in the world. NIDO Worldwide believes that the success of the current government's change agenda depends to a great extent on how the huge human, technological, and material capacities of the Nigerian diaspora is leveraged for the advancement of the nation.
There was a presentation by a NIDO member on biometric data capturing technology that can be used for various applications, including personal identification, electronic processing, banking, hospital, medical data processing, driver's license, and various of other purposes. At the breakout session, participants engaged in discussion, made resolution and proposal implementation of strategies for the project and partnership that will benefit the nation.
And now to sports. Manchester United have signed Argentina goalkeeper Sergio Romero as a result of the uncertainty over David De Gea. Romero was a free agent after leaving Sampdoria and will replace backup keeper Victor Valdes, who has been told he can leave by Barnsley's Van Gaal. Romero, who has spent a 3-year deal, played in the 2014 World Cup final and won the 2008-2009 Eredivisie title on the Van Gaal at AZ Alkmaar. De Gea is into the final year of his contract and is wanted by Real Madrid. Romero, who knocked Van Gaal's Netherlands out of the World Cup by saving 2 penalties in the semi-final shootout, has 62 caps. Netherlands winger Ibrahim Afellay has signed for Stoke City, the 4th former Barcelona player now to join the club. The 29-year-old joins the Porters on the free transfer after ending his 4.5-year stay at the Nou Camp. They made just 9 starts for the Catalans, spending last season on loan at Greek side Olympiacos, following a previous temporary stay at Schalke. The 50 times capped Philly has become Stoke's 8th summer signing. Stoke boss Mark Hughes has also confirmed that the club remain interested in Ukrainian winger Andriy Yarmolenko, for whom they are reported to have made a $13 million bid. And former Chelsea player Didier Drogba has signed for Major League Soccer side Montreal Impact. The 37-year-old left Stamford Bridge this summer after playing 381 games and winning 4 Premier League titles across 2 spells with the London club. Drogba is the Ivory Coast all-time top scorer with 65 goals in 105 international appearances. Montreal president Jos Saputo said the signing made it one of the biggest days in club history. Fantastic goals from Jazz and James and another from Veron sealed victory in a spectacular performance from Rafa Benitez band. Alright, Mexico won a record 7th Gold Cup with a dominant win against first-time finalist Jamaica. Jamaica actually were the first Caribbean team in the final, but were unable to produce an upset as L3 won their third title from the last 4 caps. Andre Guardado volleyed the opener in front of almost 70,000 at Philadelphia's Lincoln Financial Field. And that he did. The Gold Cup is the tournament, the continental tournament for teams in North and Central America and the Caribbean. On entertainment tonight, a representative of the Houston family has confirmed in a statement that Bobby Christina Brown, the daughter of late superstar Whitney Houston and singer Bobby Brown, died on Sunday at the age of 22. She was treated in a hospital and then in a facility in the nearly 6 months since she was found unresponsive and not breathing in the bathtub at a Roswell home on January 31st, nearly 3 years to the day after her mother accidentally drowned in a bathtub in Beverly Hills. A victim of the vices she had fought for much of her career, Brown was placed in a medically induced coma, according to relatives. Rumors flew about her condition, with family members and loved ones taking sides in the drama. To end the primetime news tonight, a recap of the top stories. The meeting between President Muhammadu Buhari and the All Progressives Congress members ended without a resolution to resolve the National Assembly crisis. Edo State Governor Adams Oshomole said American officials confirmed that $6 billion was stolen during the Jonathan administration. Unionists and activists from across Africa come together for a meeting on regional security in Abuja. And the wraps it on the news tonight. On behalf of everyone here, thank you for watching. I'm Bifemi.